he was able to juice up them as max as possible, and he has 70% of what he used to be. Just 70% of what Mike Tyson used to be against Jake Paul. That's still terrifying.
The reality is Jake Paul was beaten by Tommy Fury, a man that does not have the punching power of Mike Tyson, a man that does not have the experience or the movement or the ferocity or even the mental threat. For Jake Paul, look, listen, he's standing there, he's confident, he's talking shit, he's saying he's the best boxer of his generation, he's the biggest star in boxing and things like that, okay? But when he's standing in there, and when Jake Paul's standing in there, and you see Mike Tyson, and you go and you watch a bit of footage of Mike Tyson, granted, when he was in his heyday, when he was in his prime, that's an intimidating thing, okay?
Tyson, you saw abs when he came out of prison. Remember that? Dude, he was prison jacked. That was like maybe the scariest Tyson ever. Like they finally released him. Yeah. Dude, like terrifying. That was the most terrifying looking Tyson ever. Like look, you see Peter McNeely's kind of looking down, and you look over at Tyson. Look at his eyes.
Oh yeah, look at that.
That is terrifying.
Break it up.
He's fighting a legendary, iconic fighter. A guy who was one of the greatest punchers in heavyweight history, one of the greatest punchers ever with either hand, and one of the greatest combinations of speed and power. Yeah, he's 58 years old. Yeah, the end of his career wasn't too good before he got out. But one of the last things that go with a fighter is his power.
Yep.
I think this is a very dangerous fight for Paul.
Mike Tyson right now, off muscle memory alone, he can have a flashback, right? He can step on the wrong eggshell and let off a combination that can kill most people. No bull.
Yeah.
He has the power and ability to shift organs in your body if he hits you with the right force, right? So I think he forgot more technique than Jake Paul has ever learned in his life.
Well said.
And I heard Tyron Woodley say like Mike Tyson could knock people out just based on muscle memory. He could like trip over a cord and somehow knock somebody out just because he's a human weapon. So it's still a dangerous fight no matter what age Mike Tyson is. I mean, imagine Mike Tyson goes out there and knocks out Jake Paul, right? I mean, imagine, because that hand lands. His left hook or his body shot lands, he's putting anybody down. He's putting a rhinoceros down if he walks into this place right now. So it's a dangerous fight when you're matched up against Mike Tyson.
This is very interesting. I was with Mike Tyson 1 week ago in Saudi Arabia, and I'm sorry for that name drop, but it was a big deal. Like, he's got an aura. When Mike Tyson walked in, I was going to interview him real quick for the PFL with ESPN. It was a real thrill for me. Guys, the first thing I thought is how lean he was.
Yeah, he's ridiculous. Yeah, he's ridiculous. It's not 57 in the Jack Johnson days. We're talking about 57 in the days of biological engineering. You're able to do all kinds of stuff with his human growth hormone levels, with the use of peptides, with the use of testosterone. A 57-year-old today that's on hormone replacement and you're eating well and taking a lot of vitamins and creatine, and you're using all these strategies like red light therapy and saunas and cold plunge. It could be one of those fights where Mike Tyson gets him in a corner and connects with a punch and Jake Paul just goes limp.
But I just want to make it clear that Mike Tyson was the one